Week 13 of the fantasy football season. Here's a few running backs I have as sleepers this week. The first back, Jaleel McLaughlin of the Denver Broncos. Jaleel McLaughlin out there in 99% of fantasy leagues, and head coach Sean Payton said he's going to be an important piece for this Denver Bronco team down the stretch. We know Dobbins out for the season. I thought a couple weeks ago in that ball game, Tyler Beatty was going to get work, but obviously McLaughlin was the second running back behind RJ Harvey in the Week 11 game. 6 carries, 19 yards versus the Chiefs. A touchdown, a catch, -5 yards. So this week, a good matchup with the Commanders. Give up the 6th most fantasy points to running backs on the season. And we know McLaughlin knows the system. He's been there a few years now with Sean Payton as the head coach. And like I said, J.K. Dobbins had success this season before he went down with injury. And Harvey's more of a third down and sporadic guy in between the tackles so far. They've used him in his rookie season. So McLaughlin definitely a sleeper this week out there in 99% of fantasy leagues. The next running back, Devin Singletary of the New York Giants. Singletary's still out there in tons of leagues in 77%, and he's still getting a good workload in this 50-50 split with him and Tyrone Tracy. So the last few weeks here for Singletary, Week 10 at the Bears, 8 carries, 20 yards, 3 catches, 53 yards. Week 11 versus the Packers, a big game, 16 carries, 44 yards, 2 touchdowns, a catch, -3 yards. In Week 12 at the Lions, 14 carries, 47 yards. So like I said, he's getting anywhere from 10-15 touches per game. He has Devin Singletary. This week, I know it's not a good matchup at the Patriots. I give up the second least amount of fantasy points to running backs on the season, but he's getting the goal line touches. Like I said, 10-15 touches per game he's getting with Tracy's more of a third down, passing downs back than Singletary is, where he's still getting his 15-18 carries per game as well. But with all those factors, I think Singletary this week could be a decent sleeper option for fantasy owners. And the final running back, Dylan Sampson of the Cleveland Browns. He's out there in tons of leagues as well, 87% of fantasy leagues. So last week it was a big game for Dylan Sampson at the Raiders. 7 carries, 23 yards, 2 catches, 59 yards, and found the end zone. So I think they need more help in the receiving game, and we could see Sampson line up even at times in 2-back sets where they scat him out, running some routes as Dylan Sampson. So like I said, last week was his best game of his NFL career for the rookie Dylan Sampson, and maybe this week they use him a little bit more as well because they haven't got much production from their receivers in Jerry Jeudy, Isaiah Bond, or Tillman all season long. And obviously this is a game I believe they'll be trailing with San Francisco coming in. So in deeper leagues, if you need a running back sleeper, Sampson is an okay option this week. So that's a few running backs I have as sleepers for Week 13 of the fantasy football season.